Hi, I'm John with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember that anytime you work on an appliance, make sure that it is unplugged or the circuit breaker is turned off so there's no chance of electrocution. We're going to show you how to install a new timer for your Whirlpool washer. It's a really easy job that only requires a small flat blade screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, a 3/16" nut driver, a 1/4" nut driver, a pair of pliers, and a few minutes of your time. When you open the package, you'll get one new timer assembly. The reason why you'd be replacing the timer assembly is if the timer won't advance during use. To access the timer switch, we're going to need to pull the washer away from the wall so you can access the backside. With access to the back of the washing machine, you're going to need to loosen the two Phillips head screws that hold this top panel in place. With these two screws loosened, you'll now need to remove this tab assembly that holds the top portion in place. Use a 1/4" nut driver to loosen and remove the two screws. Then slide this top panel forward, which will release it from its mounting tabs, and then roll forward the top panel, which will give you access to the timer assembly inside. You're going to need to lift up on this release tab to be able to pull off this plastic wiring harness connector. Lift up with your finger, and because this is difficult to remove, you'll probably need to use a screwdriver to slightly pry it out, which will then allow you to remove it. Use a pair of needle nose pliers to pull out the black pin that holds the timer knob in place. Then roll back the top panel assembly and pull off the knob. You'll need to remove this clear plastic piece, so use a flat blade screwdriver to pry from the underside. Use a 3/16" nut driver to loosen and remove the small screw that holds the timer to the metal panel. With the knob assembly removed, we can now roll forward this top panel assembly so we can again access the timer assembly. Lift up on the small retaining tab and then slide the whole timer assembly to the right, which will release it from the top panel. Here's the old timer next to the new one. If you already have the new part, great. If not, you can get it from AppliancePartsPros.com. Position the new timer, then slide it to the left until it clicks into place. Connect the wiring harness to the new timer. Next, roll back the top panel, then use a 3/16" nut driver to thread in and tighten the screw that holds the new timer to the top mount. Afterwards, put on the round plastic trim piece, and then press on the knob. Align the top panel's mounting tabs, then lock it into place. Use a 1/4" nut driver to thread in and tighten the two screws that hold the mounting tabs in place. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to thread in and tighten the two retaining screws. Afterwards, reconnect the power cord and your appliance should be ready for use. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. And be sure to check out our other repair videos on our website, on our Facebook page, and on our YouTube channel.